All right, everybody, how's it going? It is July 22nd here on a Wednesday, and we have some updated news, so some Washington team name updates. Basically, the Washington football team, formerly known as the Washington Redskins, there's some significantly interesting news revolving around them becoming a new name known as the DC Senators. I quite like them going with DC if this is true. We'll see. We'll kind of give you the evidence of it being true, of it being kind of just a reach. So we'll look at this. Obviously, the people who own the company that registers and manages Redskins.com registered a new domain, DCSenators.com. We see here MarkMonitor.com, whois.markmonitor.com is the registrar URL. Then we go over to the next picture. We see it's the Redskins.com up top. Then we see we see Mark Monitor, and we see who is Mark Monitor, DC Senators. Very, very similar thing. Abuse complaints at Mark Monitor, abuse phone 208-838, whatever that is. Same number. So it's obviously the same company. So there's some evidence that this could be one of the new favorites to be the Washington football team name. They could now be known as the DC Senators, much like in the movie The Replacements with Keanu Reeves, where he plays Shane Falco. They were the Washington Senators. Very funny that could be actually the team name. That would be a hard legacy to live up to for that Washington football team. Dwayne Haskins would have to live up to the great Shane Falco. Here's some more evidence to back it up. Darren Rovell. The XFL is trying to sell its assets, but its most valuable asset it might have gotten rid of for free. In December, they abandoned their trademark for DC Senators, having chosen the Defenders instead. One of the favorites to replace the Redskins is now the Senators. So that's kind of interesting. I'm looking around on other big football guys' Twitters. I don't see anything from him or Ian Rappaport. So this is kind of just speculation and looking at things like, the company registering, who registered Redskins.com now registered. It's just some interesting things, Obviously, it could just be, that's just a company that does that for a lot of different teams and a lot of different people. That's what the company does. But it's interesting that the same one now does the Redskins and the DC Senators. So could that be the new team name? It's possible. According to John Keim, who's a ESPN NFL Nation reporter covering Washington. So I'm wondering if, but he said, "Dear Twitter, it's not the Senators. I don't know what it is. I do know it will not be that." So he's kind of the poo-pooer on the whole thing. He's kind of going, I don't think it's going to be that. So, his credibility is there because he is a beat reporter for Washington. He does work for ESPN NFL Nation, so that's kind of like, all right, he has some credibility. Would they tell him the new team name or tell him no? That I don't really necessarily know. I'm trying to look around because some people were acting like this was the name and it was gaining steam. So I asked. No one went out of their way. I'm not asking about every name because most is fun speculation, but this one reached a different level based on what I saw. So it sounds like he reached out and asked about the name, and he was told no. So basically, this doesn't seem like it's going to happen, but it's still fun to speculate. It's an update. It's something new. It's a fun new name. It's got the movie tied to it with The Replacements. I would say if you're Dan Snyder, you should go with the DC Senators. It's the only other name that I think that people would accept if it's not like one of the popular, like the Red Wolves, the Generals, the Red Tails. The more popular names that people seem to be going, yeah, let's go with this fucking name. So DC Senators, would that be a name people would be comfortable with if it winds up being the name, if this domain register actually means something? Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I'll be sure to get back to you. I'm sure this is going to generate some kind of conversation, I hope. Leave a like and subscribe if you're new around here. We're doing regular football content, live streams, just videos posting when I see something I think is significant. This feels significant. Though this guy who seems to be connected says poo-poo, we also can go right back to Darren Rovell. Where the hell is he? And see that he's even saying, hey, there's some credibility here. He's a business of sports betting, sports business reporter, and senior executive producer for Action Sports HQ. I believe he also used to work, whatever. So this guy's also a host of a Redskins podcast. So that's interesting. He's verified. There's something to him. But again, interesting. Thanks to the user Static Crush on Reddit. So people are trying to sleuth their way and figure out the name. Let me know again what you think down below. Leave a like, subscribe, all that helps grow the channel. It's free, yada yada. There we go. Potential update. Is it the DC Senators? I don't know. let me know. Peace out. Go Lions. Go Patriots. Peace.